What's up, POWderkeg? Brian Zane here to welcome you to the Silent Night, Violent Night Countdown Show. With 6 years of POW Pro Wrestling in the rear-view mirror, and as we get ready for 2026, we wrap things up with our annual holiday tradition happening this Saturday night, December 20th at World Pies in downtown Eugene. It kicks off at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time right here live as live can be on our YouTube channel. So allow us to figuratively stuff your stockings to the brim with some amazing action you're only going to find right here at POW Pro Wrestling. Let's get underway with the card for this Saturday night, beginning with a real big grudge match. Take you back several months ago when Kid Bandit, the protagonist of pro wrestling, went one-on-one with Caleb Kennedy. Well, ever since picking up the win against 1/3 of Alpha Sigma Squad, she has been on the receiving end of some hellacious beatings from this fearsome threesome. And after sustaining yet another attack from the squad at the Fall Classic, Bandit is turning to an old friend to settle a new score. Take a look.
Alright, well, I came out with a victory tonight. The 6th-year anniversary here at POW. But it doesn't feel worth celebrating. Because even though I got the W, ASS got the best of me. The numbers game keeps on getting the better of me. So I summoned
Hey,
help.
Padawan. See, I don't like bullies, and I don't like you picking on my friends. So, how about next month? I'm really good at this. We pound ass together. Both of them. And I want to give you some more advice. It's what my grandmother used to tell me. Blood and tears make a wonderful lubricant. But when we pound ass, we're gonna make sure it hurts. It's gonna hurt real bad, boys. Real bad.
Oh, baby, we like it raw. Oh, baby, we like it raw.
Now, you all know there's a special place in my heart for the Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship. And as the commissioner of POW, I'm always proud to have it showcased on any given POW event. We're going to talk about the main event for this Saturday's show, 3 stages of hell for the belt, in a little bit. But first, we have to address the business of who the next #1 contender is going to be. And that's why I've assembled these top 8 competitors for our innovative Wildcard Warfare series. 3 matches in 1 to determine a new #1 contender. Here's how it's going to break down. First of all, these 8 individuals will face off in an 8-person tag team match with the teammates chosen at random. Once a team wins that contest, those 4 individuals will be pitted in a 2-on-2 tag team matchup, and the winner of that previous match's decision will get the first crack at picking their tag team partner. And once that match has come to a conclusion, the winning team then turns into a 1-on-1 matchup to crown the #1 contender for the YouTube Championship. This is going to be an interesting match to follow. It's going to take a lot of strategy, teamwork, and of course, endurance. Let's hear from a few of the competitors for this innovative matchup right now.
This Saturday, POW is coming to World Pies for Silent Night, Violent Night. And I know all the Fanny Pack members are going to be there to support your hoochie daddy and Wildcard Warfare for a shot at the Wrestling for Regret YouTube Championship. And you know your hoochie daddy is going to come out, show out, and beat everyone's... All I have to do now is figure out what I'm going to drink to celebrate. And that's hoochie daddy approved.
Hey Naomi, good to see ya. Hey, I saw today you're on the Wildcard Warfare.
You are too.
Right?
I saw you on
That's
that.
right. I am. That's right. Is there anyone you want to tag with?
I don't know. I'm just a girl. Who do you want to tag with?
That's fair. You know what? I think if there was anyone I could tag with, it would probably be Matt Brannigan because
Yeti.
That's right. You know.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. Yeah. So if I could spend more time with Yeti, I think it would be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I was just thinking about though. It doesn't matter who we tag with, because at the end of the day, you got to wrestle somebody for the finals for the Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion, you know? Yeah. So it could be you and I wrestling each other.
It should be.
Yeah, you know, that means maybe I could be the #1 contender.
But I think I could be the #1 contender.
That's fair. You know, we'll see. I'll see you Saturday.
I'll see you Saturday.
All right, take care.
You too.
December 20th, your boy Ethan HD comes back to POW Pro Wrestling in Eugene, Oregon. And they have me in what they're calling Wildcard Warfare, where a 4-on-4 tag becomes a 2-on-2 tag, which becomes a 1-on-1 match. Now, I'm no mathematician, but like an obstetrician, I always deliver. Signed, sealed, in all caps.
Truly, we here at POW are all about innovation, and it's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top as the next challenger for that YouTube championship. You heard the Hoochie Daddy with some comments there, and speaking of the Hoochie Daddy, let's talk about one of his close friends here at POW, one of our favorites, our ring announcer in King Naja. I want to show some footage that we ran on social media. It was something involving himself and our new interviewer, Dolly Durkin, when promoting the VIP portion of the show for our live fans. Just take a look at this.
Hey guys, what are you talking about?
Oh, hey, we're just catching up on the POW pre-show that's going to be this Saturday, December 20th, Silent Night, Violent Night. So we have the Hess clan taking on the OPW rookies. And don't forget, Mr. Ooh La La's Tea Party with the Hammer Brothers. It's going to be amazing. 6 o'clock doors. You guys don't forget, you got to be there on time. You don't want to miss this pre-show. It's going to be a killer. What is that sound?
No. Oh no. Help! 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 Someone help! Help!
Hey, happy holidays, bitch! You mother...
Nasha.
Now, I'm not sure what Chris Brady has left to prove when it comes to King Naja. I mean, ever since he turned over this new leaf, this new vicious side of himself, I mean, he put Naja out of action, put him out of wrestling. And here we see this unprovoked chloroform attack knocking him out. It's truly reprehensible, which is why I've made the difficult decision to suspend Brady for the next month from POW Pro Wrestling. As for King Naja, he's at home convalescing. He will not be in attendance for this weekend's show, but don't worry, if you are a longtime fan of POW, then you will appreciate his replacement. Elsewhere on the show, rookie hopefuls Skylar Hope and Ducky Dang make their POW Pro Wrestling debut as they take on the Jarmy. And as we all know, the Jarmy have had their share of issues the last several months within the ranks. And one would think that a victory against these rookies might help things fall back in line for Jonas and his troops. But hearing some of these pre-match comments from Joey Thornton and, well, might be a bit tougher than that. Take a look.
Dolly Durkin for POW Pro Wrestling, here on site for a sponsor spotlight at Oregon Pro Is that Joey? 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 Joey, what are you doing here? Where's Jonas?
I don't know. I don't know where Jonas is. I don't know where Eliza is. I don't know where Eric is. But Jonas made it very clear to me that this is my last opportunity. I can't mess this up again. I don't know what to do.
What about Eliza?
She's not here. She's just not here. I don't know. I don't know where she is. She said she'd be here. She isn't.
You're tagging against Ducky Dang and Skylar Hope, making their POW debut. It's you and Eliza.
And Eliza's not here. I'm here. I'm putting the work in. I'm taking the shots. I'm the one who's busting my ass for the Jarmy because I care about the Jarmy more than anybody. And it's my fault. Jonas made it very clear. Our losses are my fault, and I will not let it happen again.
Also making his POW Pro Wrestling debut from California, Lee Perfetto. But the Bad Banana is going to have to be extra slippery to get out from the grasp of the massive Jackson Price from the Ascendancy.
Hello there, POW Pro Wrestling. Allow me the chance to introduce myself. My name is Lee Perfetto, And I am the Bad Banana, the heel with a peel. And on Saturday, December 20th, I make my official debut at Silent Night in Eugene, Oregon. That's correct. I'm going one-on-one with a 7-foot giant, Jackson Price. Jackson, I need to thank you, because what better way to make a name for myself than beating a monster among men, beating an undefeated giant. I have everything to gain while you have everything to lose, Jackson. I beat you. That means title opportunities. That means money. That means glory. That's right. Once I beat this monster, I become undeniable. I become unforgettable. I cement myself into the greatest roster in the Pacific Northwest at POW Pro Wrestling. The Bad Banana is here to stay. At Silent Night, Jackson Price, you're done!
Bad Banana, Lee Parfetto. I don't need to say who I am. My name is the least of your concerns. For 97 seconds, you said you would make a name for yourself. For 97 seconds, you said you are the heel with a peel. That's clever wordplay. You want to make a name by beating a giant? You want money? You want glory? Hell, you can have it all. Your laugh, your green tree, your glasses. Just remember, this isn't a game. This is real life, and I am the price of war.
I tell you what, as the climate gets colder as we wrap up 2025, few acts in POW Pro Wrestling have been as hot as the Flamin' Aces these last several months. After knocking off the Hess Clan in that 2 out of 3 falls matchup to become the POW Tag Team Champions, and then defending against Los Sicarios and the Midnight Heat, well, Spencer Scott and Zay Perez, they are feeling themselves to be sure and have issued an open challenge. This time, they don't know who they're challenging against, and we don't know either, but one thing's for sure, this tag team division in POW is as competitive and as tough as it's ever been. So no matter who emerges from the curtain this Saturday night, the Flamin' Aces may have a huge mountain to climb. It was in the main event of the Fall Classic last month, in that war of attrition match where the POW Pro Wrestling champion Charlie Avell suffered a rare defeat at the hands of Amira, the Hammer Brothers, and Matt Brannigan. Well, despite the loss, Avell still your POW champion, and this Saturday night he is defending the belt against a man who believes he's got a date with destiny in Gunnar Thorson. It was also last month at the Fall Classic when Thorson overcame 3 other competitors in a fatal 4-way to become the new #1 contender. So now Thorson with an amazing opportunity challenging for his first championship in his young career. And with the big wins he's been racking up the last several months in POW, not to mention Charlie's fall from grace in the War of Attrition match, this could be the ultimate opportunity for this young warrior. But for the pretty champion, he's got other plans in mind.
It only happens one time. One time. There's only one loss, you know? You just gotta move on, right? You know? You gotta move on. It's okay, it's all good. Gunnar Thorson, I'm done with dealing with the others, but you're next. At Silent Night, Violent Night, it's you and me. I'm gonna take care of that face paint. I'm gonna try to turn you pretty like me.
I've been watching you, Charlie. I've been watching you this whole time I've been here at POW. I see the kind of man you are. A man who cheats and steals his way to anything he wants. Well, now you're facing a man that you can't do either of those things. Now, you gotta fight with everything you got. Because the only way I'm losing this match is by you putting me on a damn stretcher.
That matchup is sure to be intense, and speaking of intense, the bad blood and the hatred between the two individuals in our main event matchup is quite possibly unparalleled throughout the history of POW. Marcus Erics defends the Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship against his old friend Funny Bone in a 3 Stages of Hell match. Take a look at this video package and you'll see how it all came down to this between these two former friends. The war between YouTube champion Marcus Erics and the demigod of death Funny Bone goes far beyond titles or open challenges. It speaks to the defiance and desecration of what both individuals hold sacred. It all began over 1 year ago, till death do us part in June of 2024, when Marcus Erics' plot to spoil Funny Bone's unholy matrimony was revealed in the form of Despicable Me. But Bone and Drexel rallied in a brutal handicap steel cage war at Bumps in the Night 3D in October and sent Marcus's team in a tailspin. The next few months saw the dissolution of both groups. Most Violent had vanished for months after being forced to split up by the Hess clan at Heart Punch last February, and Erics disbanded Despicable Me at Brilliant Adventure in April. Marcus rallied on his own, defeating Jaden to claim the YouTube Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match at Rough House in August, and his confidence quickly skyrocketed, issuing an open challenge for Bumps in the Night 4 in October, which was answered by none other than the demigod of death themselves. Marcus took the easy way out, getting intentionally disqualified to save his title, and forced Bone to face their old rival Vinny Massaro at the Fall Classic in a steel cage to earn a rematch. Thanks to an old friend in Drexel, Funny Bone put an end to their war with Massaro once and for all, and set the stipulation for their championship encounter.
We did first blood for the first fall. I quit for the second fall. And doorway to hell for the last fall.
With a ghost from his past now staring down his YouTube championship, can Marcus Erics survive another trip to hell with Funny Bone, or will Funny Bone become the first ever Grand Slam champion in POW history? Find out at Silent Night, Violent Night.
All right, Funny Bone, you did it. You jumped through that hurdle and you beat Vinny and earned your rematch for a 3 Stages of Hell. What's funny about that is that I've been to hell and back. I've looked the devil in the eye and I've spit in his face and I've walked back in one piece. I call myself the opportunity, so you want 3. So you call me out for a 3 Stages of Hell. Well, death comes in 3s. So come Silent Night, Violent Night. You're gonna find out exactly why I call myself the opportunity, and I'm gonna walk out Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion, because I am Marcus Erics, and you can't stop me.
This matchup is years in the making, and to coin a phrase, it will be most violent. You heard those comments from the YouTube champion Erics, and if I may editorialize for a moment, I wonder how much of it's him trying to convince Funny Bone of these statements, or how much of it's him trying to convince himself that he truly has what it takes to survive up to 3 Stages of Hell against the demigod of death. One thing's for sure, you're not going to know until you witness it for yourself this Saturday night for Silent Night, Violent Night. Let's break down the rest of the card. You're going to see Charlie Avell defend the POW Pro Wrestling Championship against Gunnar Thorson. The Flamin' Aces will defend the POW Tag Team titles in an open challenge. Lee Perfetto takes on the 7-foot monster of the Ascendancy, Jackson Price. Skylar Hope and Ducky Dang hope to pick up a huge win in their rookie run against a struggling Jarmy. The Wild Card Warfare returns to crown a new #1 contender for the YouTube Championship. And Kid Bandit has recruited the Devil Drexel to battle the Alpha Sigma Squad in a huge grudge match. It's all going down this Saturday night, and if you cannot be there in person, you've got no excuse to miss out because this show is airing live and for free right here on our YouTube channel starting at 6:30 Pacific this Saturday night. Folks, for everyone here at POW Pro Wrestling, I'm Brian Zane, and we will see you this Saturday for Silent Night, Violent Night. Baby, it's cold outside, but the powder keg is hot and ready for the annual holiday tradition, Silent Night, Violent Night. Kid Bandit has reached into the darkness and has recruited Drexel to back her up against the Alpha Sigma Squad. Who will answer the Flamin' Aces Open Challenge for the POW Tag Team Championship? The Jarmy try to find some unity as they face the debuting Ducky Dang and Skylar Hope. Lee Perfetto's got a large piece of coal in his stocking in the form of the giant Jackson Price. POW's top 8 competitors meet in Wild Card Warfare to determine the new #1 contender for the Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship. Gunnar Thorson has worked his way up the ladder and finds the pretty POW champion Charlie Avell waiting at the top. And in our main event, Marcus Erics will have to withstand up to 3 stages of hell and the demigod of death Funny Bone if he wants to hold on to the YouTube Championship. It's Silent Night, Violent Night.